Hello, I'm Pastor Jeremy Combs, and we're pausing for a proverb. Let's go. We start a brand new chapter, chapter 2. And again, we find the personal greeting here from Solomon. Remember, he's writing this to his son. He says, "My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandment with thee." We have a dog, and he loves to play with his toy. In fact, often when we come home, he greets us at the door and has it in his mouth. He'll make that little noise. And what he wants us to do is he wants us to take that toy and we kind of shake it around or hold it in front of him. And then we throw that toy. And our dog Chewy will then scamper off after the toy at a blinding speed. He scoops it up and he comes back and he doesn't bring it right back to you. He runs around in circles, kind of wanting you to notice, hey, I got the toy. You know, here in Proverbs 2 and verse 1, we're instructed to hear the words of wisdom. To receive them is the actual wording there. And that word means to get, to buy, or to, there's that word, fetch. God puts his word out there. Now it's our job to go and to gather it up. It may be costly. It may be difficult. It sometimes may even seem unpopular, but we have to realize that God's word is worth it and go fetch and get it. And then after retrieving that wisdom, he goes on and he says, and hide my commandments with thee. We need to hide God's word in our heart. Sometimes when we read God's word at that moment, it doesn't seem like it may be necessary or needed. But as we hear it and we hide it and put it in our mind and in our thought life, it's there later on when it is needed. So day in, day out, we need to read and apply God's word in our hearts. We need to hear it. We need to hide it. Then verse 2 says, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom and apply thy heart to understanding. In our pursuit of wisdom, we now need to use it. We hear it, we hide it, and then we need to put it to work. Most items in life, if they're left for too long, they spoil. Think of food. No matter how good it is, if you leave it out, it's going to get old, spoil, or get just unedible. Mechanical items, if they're not used and maintained, will wear out, rust. Wastefulness can happen as well when it comes to the things of God if we don't use them. So if we don't want wisdom to spoil, we've got to put it into use. Simply put, this is what we need to do. We need to obey. Our obedience is an outward demonstration that comes from an inward motivation, that we should desire not just to know God and his wisdom, but to love God and give and do what he has told us to do. And now we're going to cover one more verse, Proverbs 2 and verse 3. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge and lifteth up thy voice for understanding. Have you ever been around a young child? Doesn't take you long to discover they ask a lot of questions. Kind of frustrating to us sometimes, but we need to pause and remember that this is how their young mind is processing the world around them. They think or believe that we older people have the answers, and so they keep asking. Now, a tragedy happens when a child becomes self-conscious and they begin to feel inferior when they are asking or don't understand something. So they begin either to be quiet or to say the phrase, well, I know. Solomon, though, implores his son, don't quit asking. Make sure you are crying after knowledge. Adrian Rogers was an old Southern Baptist preacher. He said it this way: knowledge comes from looking around. Wisdom comes from looking up. Proverbs commands us to look up. Now, knowledge, looking around, is going to help us with things of this world, but true knowledge, the understanding of what that knowledge means, can only come as we look to God and we ask questions. So as you're pursuing wisdom today, go fetch it, go get it, and pursue it, take it, hide it, obey it, and then make sure that then you look to God and say, God, how is this going to help me to follow and to know more about you? Hey, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.